All right. California Chris. On, oh, stupid. Just talking, I think Coulter Brassini just came off of this course. Sounds like something lost comms. Things did not end the way they wanted. Not sure where the points, what happened in the points. But right now, third place Pro Trail, Chris Funes out of California. Pulling up to the very difficult blue line. Meanwhile, Greg Higgs going on course in that single seat G-Spec right next door. Standing this two-seat Caliph car straight up into the air, trying to maneuver around that cone. Spotter going to the strap. Strap a little tangled, something that you always don't want to fight is when that strap is tangled. Although it looks like losing transmission, having to really bring the RPMs up to go anywhere. If there's something in a bit of a bind or if there's just not enough fluid. You can see it really struggling to start pole. It's finally making some forward progress. Greg Higgs over here just taking the standard line. I think most teams have dirtied the bonus. So he's just lining up for the straight shoot down. Here's the car getting a little light. Chris trying to find a bite on this blue line. Meanwhile, Greg Higgs over here nosing that single seat G-Spec up the bonus blue. that 115-inch wheelbase. Just find the bite. Crawling this bonus. This is where it could get a little light. He just goes to the throttle in the slipper clutch, settles the car right down. Minutes. That's up to you, but has it been pouring the whole time? The fluid.
Somebody was coming to the catch can, then when they got on there, it just started flowing. So I think they lost the main seal and stuff like that.
Well, if it pours more.
They were just backing out now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Got anything we can mop that up? That's right in our traction line.
Some dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt. I don't think we have anything. Not that I know of. I could check in the trailer for some. Greg Higgs finishing A2. All right. On to the next.
Yep.
And on that one, the pry still set wide. Because ProMod, that's where ProMod and Pro Trail started. If you were carrying in a brake, I could get Colin to step in.
I'm good.
So, okay.
Oh.
Just this, if that's something. I got a guy somewhere, I think, wherever he went. Yeah, he's holding his baby over there, you know. Hey, you go, Judge. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, an update from Crystal Hansen. Took a flop over on A4. Had to go fish her back on all four, and they are down and ready to run A1.
morning here is running around trying to fix some other things. On the microphone for you guys. Here we got James Dunn out of Texas working on the Behemoth drivetrain A1 course. Keeping up with Cam Beasley out of Virginia. California Chris just could not find enough forward momentum out of that drivetrain when he connects up to the Caleb's car in order to pull that number 24 up through the blue standard gate there.
I did stop by and get some Sassy Bees lemonade. Actually got a cherry limeade for Caleb and myself. And I don't know what we got from Wieners from the Beaners, but I will tell you it was absolutely amazing. So if you have not had something for lunch, make sure you stop by and check those guys out. Very, very good. Hit the spot. Got some for you as well, Caleb. So if you want me to run the live feed for a little bit and talk on this talky talk thing, I've got some energy in me now. Go. Well, the other shirt fits over here.
Just careful not pulling the cable. The gimbal doesn't like it. I'm already It was a valiant effort this weekend.
Yeah. I've been interested. I can tell you what. I'm trying to, to fix little things here and there. So far I was doing okay. I had some issues with the camper. I get it going. But damn, now I have a compression fitting, not cooperating. I can't fix it. I have no hoses with me. I got the tools for it. And earlier today, it's a shame. It's a shame. I wanted to compete with all those guys. Those guys, top of the line competitors, and I was right behind them. But shit happens. Yep. I can tell you that. But hey, I'm gonna be there in Texas, the Mason, Texas. Don't worry about it. Don't forget about it. I'm gonna be in Texas, and I'm trying to make it to Utah.
All right.
For sure. I look pretty, come for a year because I got some more stuff going on in Baja. You know that. But,
Yeah.
But I got to fall in love with this thing and see some people they're not getting into it. Just come over because you guys put the Wheel Rock events. It's just an amazing event and friendly, people. A lot of the family, going on, supporting, helping each other. Can be that.
Well, we love having you out here. I wish you would have had a better weekend, but you got some work to do, and then we'll see you here in a couple weeks in Texas.
Yeah, for sure I will be there.
All right, buddy.
Thank
Well,
you.
great job. We'll see you very soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, we got James Dunham out of Texas, spotted by Cam Beasley. Crazy Cruiser Motorsports trying to find some traction here up into the Behemoth drivetrain boulders on the Behemoth course A1. Cam Beasley's getting him lined out with the rear axle here, trying to cross up along the notch. Car starting to unload right front, coming up off the ground.
starting to get a little flustered here in the driver's seat. Not able to get the forward bite out of these BF Goodrich sticky compound tires. The rear tires have walked their way across the notch, now working back, crossed up in the other direction. Starting to get frustrated here. Cam Beasley trying to get him lined out to straddle this notch here. They've got the right rear tire down, feathering that rear steer over to the right side. However, it's just pushing the front end across the hill. You can hear those RCVs clicking. That is a kind of like a Toyota Burfield or a CV joint that they run in this car. And when you start to push them past 45 degrees like they do with these custom axles, that's a long ways. There's about 6 to 8 little marbles in there, steel marbles that have got to move from one side to the other as those wheels are turned all the way. And the further you turn them, the more they have to travel. Creates that clicking noise. But so far, finally found some traction to push this car up closer to the Behemoth boulders. Got those rear tires trying to straddle back over to the driver's side, straightening out just a little bit. Cam's gonna go ahead and grab the spotter strap, see if he can help pull this car up to the top. They're gonna use it anyway, so they might as well take advantage of it. They're gonna lose line of sight is gonna be the issue here. Once Cam hooks this on and he gets out to the front side of this strap, he's not gonna be able to spot, so he's gonna leave James out here by himself to figure out how to get up through this gate over here on the way to the top of the Behemoth drivetrain course. In order for these guys to be able to manipulate the rigs, they need to be at a safe distance, and so a spotter strap is required, and it is required to have a handle so they can't put their arm through it. Oh, the front end falling off. James just got that left front wedged in there. Gonna have to reposition just a little bit. 4:30 remaining here, so still plenty of time on the clock, but it is dwindling down quickly. This is very familiar terrain for James. Usually wheels down where our next event is in Coutimsey Rocks in Mason, Texas. Very similar rock. It's a decomposed pink granite down there. Very, very sticky. Lots of big boulders like this. James got those rear tires turned all the way to the driver's side, full lock. Gonna have to take a reverse, try and reposition one more time. Hopefully this will be the one to get him up through these Behemoth boulders. But so far, just struggling. The tires kind of look hot and sticky. It is a soft compound. He's got that left front up higher than he has before, right rear going down in the hole, and right front in the hole. He's gonna have to try and crab out of that just a little bit. Right rear coming over, will it be enough? Oh, and back down. Just an extremely tricky notch here. 3 minutes remaining on the clock for James Dunham. He's got a good line going here. Cam Beasley pulling on the spotter strap on the back side. Right front tire starting to come up off the ground. He's got those rear tires twisted all the way over to the driver's side, trying to pick up that left rear. Just punishing these RCV axle shafts in here. And he's so close if he can get the rear tires to feather here, but that is bound so hard. All right, he's able to get the rear pressure off and get the rear straightened up a little bit. Will it be enough?
right, they're gonna try a different approach here as time starts to run out. James Dunham putting the pressure on this weekend, Coulter Brassanini, but Coulter able to complete this course. It's gonna further separate first and second place here in Pro Trail. Minute 30 remaining for James Dunham here. Just trying to find any kind of traction to get this Pro Trail from Jesse Haynes Fabrication up through the blue gate here. And it's ever so close. Cam Beasley pulling hard on that spotter strap, trying to get the front end of this break over, get him some traction on the back side, but for some reason, this car just does not want to move forward up this vertical cliff. There it is, looking good so far, crossing up over the top. Down to about a minute remaining here. He is up and over. Oh, down into the hole. He is just gonna pound this chassis through these boulders. Just pounding those axle shafts. He's got the bite out of the rear. He disengaged the front, trying to just push it over back into four-wheel drive. Will it be enough to get all the way up through? All right, and that will be time. All right, we'll see if we can get him recovered up off the top here. So we will need recovery down on A1 Behemoth drivetrain course. Caleb back to work. Man, a solid effort. These guys gave it everything they had to try and make it up to the top right there. Unfortunately, just was not enough. And Coulter Brassanini is going to pick up some points on the rest of the field right here, being able to complete course A1 in Pro Trail. All right, as we work our way through the courses today, each team is going to run 4 courses. And then we're going to take the Pro Series into one final shootout course here just up the hill on the big wall today. The Raceline course will be hosting the shootout this afternoon. Thank you guys for tuning in online as well. Had a little trouble with the feed earlier. I am not great with technology, but Caleb was busy doing a recovery. So we are back up on Facebook and YouTube. If you guys check us out online, you can come back and watch the replay from the weekend as well. Make sure you hit that notification, a little alarm bell on there, and subscribe. Get notified for all of the live events. Keep up with the latest in rock crawling, competitive rock crawling as well. And coming up next, we've got the Pro Modifieds. I thought Dave was on a diet. Dave's eating some of this JBK barbecue over here. I won't tell nobody. We're going to team sneak in here with Team Rockbiters 4x4. How's the day going over here, guys?
Pretty good.
Here you go, talking to that thing.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, the day is going fantastic. We actually had to finish an entire course for running the first event Pro Mod. That was one of the most exciting things all weekend. So looking forward to whatever happens next. No promises though.
All right, well you got Ernie out front. You guys are coming out of New Mexico. Ernie, tell me a little bit about an event that you guys help out with and put on down there out of Las Cruces. It's one of the biggest names in off-road, recreational off-road for many, many years. Tell us a little bit about that event you guys put on down there in New Mexico.
Well, we put this event on and we have trails from 1 all the way to 10 plus, called the Chili Challenge. It's a great event.
Go a little closer.
A little bit for everything, for everybody. Come down and see us. There's just so much. People are amazed when they get there. They don't think we have any trails, but we got from regular overlanding to rear steer, awesome trails. If you want to get down, you can get down real quick. Please come in and see us down at the event, Chili Challenge. Thank you, sir.
All right, one of the great things that it could happen down there at the Chili Challenge is you could be your trail leader.
Could be.
So we could have a professional spotter out there leading trails, and you might have the opportunity to have Ernie out in front helping you out on some of the most amazing hardcore trails that New Mexico has to offer down there, just outside of Las Cruces for the Chili Challenge. So you guys check that out. It has been going on for many, many years, and it's great to have these guys supporting that event, and we love having them out here, putting on a show for you guys as well in the Pro Modified class this year. So keep an eye on them. It's going to be great. You guys are coming up in just a little bit, so best of luck.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, Pro Modified's coming up here in just a minute, working on getting James Dunham off a course up here. If you guys haven't stopped by Papa's Kettle Corn, make sure you do so up by the Wee Rock Backdrop. And of course, Flying High Off-Road, stop by, pick up some swag over there, or schedule something in the shop if you guys are looking for any type of off-road accessories for your vehicle or recovery. Make sure you check out Arizona's oldest off-road shop, Flying High Off-Road. Want to thank the Copper Hay Co. for coming out this weekend as well. JBK Barbecue, Sassy Bees down there, definitely got some delicious lemonades a couple times this weekend. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Stop by Sassy Bees. Got the donut trailer down here as well. And of course, if you don't like hot dogs or anything like that, then it's because you have not had one from Wieners from the Beaners. Absolutely incredible food down there. Make sure you stop by, grab something delicious from them as well. All right, Christian in his Pro Modified car here. This is not a purpose-built competition rig. This is a purpose-built trail rig. It is powered by a 258 4.2 liter Jeep inline 6 manual transmission. Let's see what kind of transfer case we got in here. Let's take a lift up the skirt a little bit and see what. Don't look too close. Oh yeah, a little Dana 300 in here. That is factory Jeep right there. It's got 1-ton axles, Radflow air shocks on it. And he has built this chassis himself to take on the difficult trails there in New Mexico. Been running in our sportsman class for several years and making the transition this season over into Pro Modified. Braxton putting the blue cone back in its place, just in case Christian wants to try and tackle that bonus for the Pro Modifieds. Want to thank Caleb Good for helping with recovery, helping with all of our IT, our live feeds, our We Rock Wednesday. If you guys, again, jump on that YouTube We Rock events, every Wednesday night we talk about what's going on in the world of rock crawling. Make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe so you can keep up to date on where rock crawling is headed next. Learn about all these different drivers as well. So, oh, in addition to that, Caleb sets up all of our courses out here all season long, does a phenomenal job. The hardest working person in rock crawling, Caleb Good. He does it all: recovery, IT, course design. Will you grab the alarm in my phone in my pocket and turn that off? That's for fuel and generators.
Okay. Turns off, I think.
Okay. Yeah, if we could find Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson, if you're here, we could use your hand refueling generators. Chase Johnson, come to We Rock Trailer if you're available. All right, Christian working on a front dig here as they're going to try and make their way across this rock face, stay high enough to get away from that number one cone, but it's starting to roll backwards as they're only powering just the front end. All right, I'm gonna try and check in with you guys here real quick. Oh no. Tracy, here you go.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
She's still here.
Oh, somebody asked me. That's because I failed. Where you going? Yeah, but that's not.
Courtney, thanks for checking in.
Go all the way around.
We'll definitely make sure we give them a shout out for you. All right, looks like Dwayne's over on YouTube. All right, Christian doing a great job piloting this two-seat Pro Modified car all the way up to the top of the Behemoth Driveline course. All right, Ernie guiding Christian down off of gate number 2 here up top. Headed over to gate number 3. This was a difficult climb uphill yesterday. This is going to be a very tall task trying to manipulate this non-rear steer car down through gate number 3. They're sitting perfect on time here. I can see the leg shake here at the leg shake inside the number 37 Rockbiter 4x4 car. Christian calm and collected, listening to Ernie. Ernie's demeanor is absolutely perfect as a spotter. He's calm and collected as well. Relying 100% on his spotter right now, knowing that he's dropping off a huge rock here in Baghdad. All right, Ernie told him he's got the car perfectly lined up exactly where he wants it. Working a little bit here, trying to get the car lined up to make it clean through gate 3. They do have the penalty up top from taking gate number 2 dirty on the high side there. So they've got plenty of points to work with, a handful of reverses. And just using that manual transmission and be calm and collected behind the wheel here, working down this Behemoth drop. See Christian reaching up with his right hand, pushing on the cutting brakes, trying to get the rear to burn over just a little bit. All right, 3 minutes on the clock for Christian Bree. Hung on the front differential just a little bit right now, sliding him over into the cone. Was in just a rear-wheel drive only. Again, just a super cool rig. This is all CJ7 based drivetrain except for the Dana 60 axles that are in here. A home-built tube chassis. And they are out here putting on a show on some of the toughest courses in competitive rock crawling. All right, got to take the cone with the left rear as they work their way down. But still nice and smooth, just allowing those sticky compound tires and the brakes to keep control of this vehicle as he works to the bottom. All right, all the way back to the banner. Gonna go front only, try and spin this car down off of the rocks. Gonna get a little sideways right here.
I looked. I don't even know where the fuel jug is.
Oh, it's down by the race line arch.
Okay. You want me to do all of them?
If you want. All right, Christian remaining calm. That left rear tire getting high off the ground, but able to keep it rubber side to the rock here as he works down to that 1 minute mark. He's still got plenty of time to get through the last gate here, picking up 2 penalties on cones. They're gonna pick up 1 more here as they work their way to the finish, working on their second course right here of the weekend to come out the gates with a solid finish. That's a great job by these brand new Pro Modified drivers all the way from New Mexico. Car number 37, Rock Biters 4x4, Christian Bree and Ernie Armijo. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing.
Braxton adjusting his front carbon off-road winch. You guys are in the market for a custom winch. Make sure you check out Carbon Off-Road, Australian-based company. All right, headed all the way up. We're gonna try and skirt across the top up here. The orange and silver Suda racing machine. He's got a little comfort knowing that he's got a big rock over here on the right side to hold him in place. Gonna drop all the way down to the bottom right-hand side of the course. See if he's gonna make a U-turn or if they're gonna try and come up through the notch on the backside. This is the way that everybody made the drop. So it only makes sense that coming up the other direction, Braxton driving this car almost all of the time with that rear locker disengaged, allowing the car to be a little bit more maneuverable. He'll use the cutting brakes to help feather side to side to keep both rear tires pulling. All right, taking the cone dirty. Braxton takes the
lower cone. He's got both front tires through. He's gonna have to get the right tire to follow suit in order to get progression. All right, Sawyer giving the thumbs up, saying he's got progression through gate number 2. All right, I'm gonna assume Braxton is gonna work on turning around here. Follow suit just like we saw Christian just a few minutes ago, back down through gate number 3. Struggling trying to get this car turned around up here. Went to front only, pulled all the way around the side. A little whoa coming out of the driver's compartment there as the car starts to lift up. Using those carbon off-road winches to settle the chassis down. Using a little bit of that V8 torque, spin these rear Milestar Patagonia tires as he works his way in reverse towards the drop here from the top of the Behemoth A1 course. Remaining for Braxton Coleman as he's halfway through the course, and he's used half of his time, so on pace for a good finish here. Brett trying to get him lined out for a good drop, keep this car nice and stable. It is a little bit narrower than Christian's car, so struggled a little bit more making the climb here yesterday. Gonna have to be very careful. They don't have a lot of maneuverability with the steering tires at the back of the chassis here. Give a huge shout out to all of our sportsman class competitors coming out and battling it here in the tough Baghdad rocks all weekend long. Always a very difficult place to come and compete. Lots of loose boulders. Also want to thank our volunteer judges out here helping us out, make this event possible. If you guys are interested in helping out with volunteering with We Rock, give us a shout. Click that volunteer button on the homepage of We Rock events. Get entered to win a set of Raceline wheels at the end of the season. If you guys have noticed, Clint Kressler's
we'll call that a teal Jeep. It's got some beautiful race line wheels on there. His son judged for us 2 years ago and won the giveaway on the race line wheels, which went directly into the race car. All right, 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. And it looks like they're still working hard trying to get around this cone, but so just like Christian, gonna take the number 3 cone. And now as time runs down, they're gonna work their way to the bottom of the hill, try and line up for this very tricky off camber. They got the number 3 cone on the other side here, so they pick up both cones on the 3 gate. All right, front only, making the turn here to get off of the rock. A little bit further over than Christian was, so he should be able to stay a little bit better planted. But still a very off camber turn to try and make. Now front only engaged, holding that right rear cutting brake. All right, and they are gonna have a choice to make here. Basically, if they take this lower cone, that is going to point them out because they have taken the upper cone up on the top side. They've got both 3 cones over here, so as soon as they touch that, all right, so they are pointed out. Unfortunately, Braxton Coleman able to finish the course, but not cleanly as they would hope. So that'll open the door here for Crystal Hansen. If you guys do not follow her on Facebook, she definitely made the highlight reel yesterday. We'll make sure we have that shared on our Facebook page, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those social medias. A great bit of driving here from Crystal Hansen yesterday. And this will be our last competitor here on the A1 course before we move over to A2. And that will be their final course before we head into the shootout here in just a little bit over on the race line rock. What? That's what I said. There's the last competitor on A1. And then we move over to their last course, which is A2. What'd you say?
So he needs to get back to West Virginia.
No, he's from the regular Virginia. All right, Crystal using that worn winch on the front, settle the chassis down, stretch the wheelbase out just enough to make the climb. So a great job using all those tools at her disposal here. Isaac Overwright, spotter for Matt Runwasser in Pro Modified for many years. Getting out front of Crystal here. Crystal's got a little bit of that classic Pro Modified leg shake going on in here as well. These drivers are pushing the limits of what they can physically do in the wheel or behind the wheel of these vehicles. And Crystal doing a phenomenal job making the transition into the Pro Modified. Got to be running one of the loudest fuel pumps I've ever heard. we'll check in real quick here. Looks like we're on YouTube. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I will check in over here back on the Facebook side as Crystal makes her way. All right, Veronica says, show those boys who's boss. Yeah, Char, she is the only female running in the pro class this weekend. Running those Milestar tires. All right, Crystal following the same line choice as Braxton, working her way up the notch on the back side of the Behemoth boulders. Will she be able to get both tires through the gate up here? Isaac's keeping a close eye on it. Sawyer Brassanini helping us out with judging, keeping a close eye on it as well. Isaac tossing a little bit of gravel underneath the tire in order to help it slide a little bit. All right, the rear winch. Looks like she's trying to find. There she goes, found which direction that needed to go in order to tighten up that rear suspension just a little bit. Running these ORI struts. That no feel good though. All right. Oh. Check. Technology in the desert is amazing. Check. All right, gonna take a reverse here, right rear, about 3 feet off of the ground. All right, Isaac headed down to get the spotter strap, I believe. Oh. All right. A great job by Crystal Hansen making it top of the Behemoth rock. You got it, girl.
Hey, at least I got back in the car.
Good job, Crystal. We're proud of you.
I was crying 20 minutes ago. I had a really bad accident in my teens, and I was a sole survivor. So the smell of fuel has got me a little PTSD right now off of the last one, and I'm going to let my spotter drive me the fuck out of this.
All right, well, great job getting all the way up here to the top. Absolutely amazing. It is no joke all the way up here on top of the Behemoth rock.
I'm telling you, I was going to make him drive us all together.
Good job. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Everybody back home's pulling for you.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you have to loosen those seatbelts up so much, Isaac?
I don't know, I'm too fat.
I'd like to stop for you, but I didn't want to do that. Sorry.
Charles, that is the fuel pump on this Purple Pro Modified. The loudest fuel pump I think I've ever heard in a vehicle. Isaac, you want to go backwards?
Yeah, I'll probably get back at it.
Okay. Okay, heads up. Crystal. Rear winch out. Been up here in the Bronco a couple times with recovery this weekend, so we definitely know exactly what that feels like. It is very sketchy. All right, that is going to wrap up A1 over here. Christian Bree, the only competitor to complete A1 in Pro Modified, I believe. Braxton pointed out, Crystal pointed out. Hang on a second, Isaac. Isaac. All right, you're good. shout out to Shara. Thanks for jumping online, helping us with the live feed. We really appreciate that. Lots of recoveries today. Been running back and forth. Caleb just went and got all the generators fueled back up for me, so we can make it through the rest of the afternoon. Great crowd here in Baghdad, as always. Fun place to spend the weekend. Looks like we got Greg Higgs over on the Brannick Boulder race line course. Caleb, did you get something good to eat there? Get some water, get hydrated. I crashed out earlier, but I'm back after some of the wieners from the Beaners. That was amazing food. I'm gonna go swap out batteries in the microphone here. Seems like it doesn't want to work. You want to drive this for a second? Or I can put it on standby over here. We just got a couple minutes as we switch over to the last course of the day for the Pro Modifieds and Pro Trails up next. Do Pro Trail and do Pro Modified? There you go, come back.
I think I'll be okay, I think.
Are you live? This is always where I do a shout out to my wife and tell her how much I love her. Honey, you're at home, you're watching. I love you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're my everything.
Now we can go to Texas.
Yeah.
Sending that left rear way up high. We'll see if it comes back down. Straightening it out. Dropping off of this 12-foot wall here. Going a little bit of the suck down winch. Helps us keep that car stable. On to the next. Coulter Brassanini on course. Doing okay?
Yeah, not questions.
Oh. I believe this young man is still sitting in first place. Right there. Okay. All right. Here's Coulter Brassanini working this Holsey Engineering 2-seat buggy around gate number 1. making the turn all the way up on the wall, lining up for gate 3. Lining that car up for the bonus line. Not an easy line. Feeling this line out. Belly's touching. Winch might be a little too tight. Trying to wiggle and find that bite. And that car just pulling up. great course for Coulter Brassanini. Gray out front spotting. This two-seat Caleb fabrication car built by Sand Hollow Off-Road. The number 24 out of Southern California. Bree are already wanting to come off the ground, getting higher as he has that rear turned uphill. Just a little throttle and he's right around the low cone clean. Some phenomenal driving right there, staying calm.
Good to me. You were there. Good to you too. Whoops.
gate number 2 clean. All the way up top now. We saw Coulter just spin the car around and line up for the standard drop. Coulter showing how it's done. We're gonna see if he's able to find that same wiggle line. Taking a reverse to get that car lined up. See if he's able to find it. Coulter had to take that rear way to the left. There he goes, bite on the right front.
Hard passenger front.
That's gonna start pushing that rear towards the cone. He needs to take driver on the rear. He straightened it out. It may work though. The belly hitting, pivoting the car. He sucked that rear winch in. Not, that may help a little bit. It could also hurt a little bit. seconds on the clock.
Gotta go.
Something they could look into is backing out right out the exit gate from where he was, but instead he's going to be fighting the banner. "15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, he cleared it.
Huh?
All right, California Chris put on show, getting out the finish gate on 3 tires there. Car number 24.
Could it just break the plane?
Yeah, it's not too.
All right, just a reminder, as you finish up your courses, get your scorecards turned in. We'll move into the shootout here. We're looking at about an hour to finish up the last 2 courses that are running. That is going to take place over here on the Baseline Drive, just up the hill. So still about an hour away to go to the shootout.
Need to work on the shootout.
I know.
Okay. Just find some 3s and 4s.
Copy that. All right, James Dunham. All right, James Dunham working his way on course here. 2-seat Pro Trail car, rear steer, front engine, out of Texas. Cam Beasley out of Virginia, teaming up for the 2026 season, presented by Maxxis Tires. If you guys are looking for tires for your next vehicle, make sure you check out Maxxis Tires, whether for work or for play. Tread victoriously with Maxxis Tires. Right rear coming up off the ground, left front starting to push on the rock on the backside, should settle it down, and it does. Makes the pivot here. It's picked up a rock on the right rear. Gonna have to kind of cup the cone just a little bit.
Call for 6 inches.
All right, car settles down off of the rock on the right side, clears the bottom gate number 1 cone. Moving up to the Quad Cities grading rock here. I want to thank those guys for coming out and helping prep the event site last weekend. Gets better and better every year that we're here. With the help from Quad Cities Grading, whether you need any kind of custom home pads, driveways out of Chino Valley, just up the road. Yeah, we're gonna have to get James Dunham in touch with Brannick Motorsports, get him a set of those new Brannick shafts. Get rid of these RCVs that are just clanking around at all four corners in this vehicle. All right. I'm telling you, me and technology are not getting along this weekend. James doing a phenomenal job here trying to thread the needle around the lower bonus cone. Turn hard, turn hard. Here we go. Yeah! Through the bonus cone for James Dunham over here. James Dunham clearing the bonus on the back side here, able to scoop around. Ended up in some transmission fluid after Chris attempted the A1 course there. They were not able to get up over got the front end unlocked over here. Or something might have given up in the front end, not 100% sure. Right front is not turning currently. All right, they're gonna work their way around.
Hit the front come around here when it's in the rear of them.
All right, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, plenty of time to work their way out through the last pair of cones here. All right, taking the driver's front over the cone here, get progression. I got two tires on the front through, rear's gonna track through just fine. So progression here on the blue gate. That blue gate is 100% for the rear steer cars. They were completing these courses so quickly. All right, and again, that right front tire no longer pulling on this car, so they're doing everything they can do to just get out through the finish. It sounds like one of those RCVs has finally given up.
25 seconds remaining for James to work his way out through the finish here, limping this car through its last course. A long week of punishment on these vehicles out here, giving it everything he's got. Just got to get the front two tires out in order to stop time, and that will be a good, solid effort right there. A great weekend for James Dunham, making the trek out of Texas.
Bonus line, right? This right here. Get the cone down there.
You just got this one cone.
Just got one cone.
Was able to clean the bonus drop over here. So a great effort by Cam Beasley and James Dunham. All right, and the first of our unlimited cars starting to make their way down from A4. As soon as they get their scorecards turned in, pretty certain Brett Dickey's got a big enough lead that he's definitely going to be in the shootout. We know Craig Allen was in second place.
They got two bonus lines. They did the number 3 bonus line, and they came back around that bonus line.
Bonus line is the call up.
What's that?
Bonus line is the call up. It just lowest number is given. Yeah, we got to look at Coulter's score. They got called for 2 bonuses over there. They only got 1. Well, it's 10 points. That's a lot.
It's been a nice day though. For Arizona, this is like Arizona air conditioning. All right, starting time here. Christian Brees, Ernie Armijo. Yeah, as far as I know, Shara, even out of the Unlimiteds, I believe James was the first one to make that clean.
So Sawyer, that's gate 3. That's gate 3 bonus.
Right, but he didn't do this bonus.
No, but you get this one behind. The
That's
blue
a
cones.
standard line,
Oh, why is it blue cones?
because that's rear steer.
Oh,
Rear steer has to do it.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's
This was blind to me. I thought that was a bonus line.
Hey Jeff, thanks for tuning in. All right, scrolling back through the comments on there. James Dunham is headed back to the pits. They are going to work on repairing that broken RCV in the right front to get ready for the Pro Trail shootout. And then as soon as the Pro Mods get done here, we will check and make sure they are ready to take on the shootout.
I believe Braxton's got a pretty commanding lead at this point, so it'll be up to them as to whether they want to participate. Got a big boulder on that left rear tire they're trying to get away from. Nothing like being sideways at the top of this hill. Using a front burn, trying to spin the front tires over and square this rig up to the hill. Check, check. Check one, check two, check two. All right, Christian.
Reverse.
All right, Ernie stacking some rocks here, trying to ease this transition. They've got the car sideways up here up top, trying to get it straightened out. Big rock on the left rear tire, driver rear, trying to negotiate that. Now leaning over on that driver's side. And still just trying to fight his way around this boulder on the left rear. They've got hung up in here trying to get the buggy straight up and down to be able to make the drop here. So far looking like they're working out of that little predicament. All right, once again, relying on his spotter, Ernie, in order to direct the car in reverse. He does have a pretty good rear view mirror in there. Knows there's a big hill behind him. They're gonna have to negotiate this boulder on that left rear tire as they work their way down. That boulder just does not want to keep him on the line. Pivoted over to the passenger side. Not going to be able to steer around that, unfortunately. All right, so back to the forward direction. Now this could get very interesting. He's got both rear tires straddling the rock. And just an unforeseen obstacle here trying to get around this loose boulder at the top of the tire right course. All right, for you guys at home, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. As soon as we wrap up the Pro Modifieds, we're gonna set up the shootout course, and we will be back live in just a little bit. But make sure you get notified by clicking that little bell icon right there. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Facebook page if you're on the Facebook side. All right, and after a lot of wiggling around all the way up top, Christian and Ernie able to get this Pro Modified car down through gate number 3, heading over here to gate number 4. All right, 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes left on the clock.
Okay. You're good? I shinned myself.
Oh my gosh.
The car just picked up over and set it on my foot.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, it's not your
I did
fault.
not see you, man.
Can we take a timeout or?
Yeah.
No, we're good.
All right. We're good to go?
I guess we are. Are we?
Yeah, we're good to go. I got you timed out, so go ahead and start. We'll start the clock.
All right, took a little safety timeout on the back side here. We're to reset clocks. Had a rock kind of roll over on Dave's foot back here trying to pick up the timer or something. So we are back underway. All right, Christian taking the blue bonus over here. He's got both front tires through. The rear should follow with no problem, so they will take the penalty there. But just in case they DNF the course, they're picking up those extra bonus points. They've got to get around the number 4 gate. Ernie's on the back side over here. Finally sees that. All right, 40 seconds remaining here for Christian Bree. It's going to get quick as it's very tight getting out through the finish gate over here.
You got it. Let's go.
Normally, I would say it's not a big deal to get out to the last gate and the finish with 30 seconds remaining, but he's got a long ways to go here. It's going to have to be quick but patient. Oh, and that is time for Christian. A great effort.
You're good. You just keep coming up.
Running these difficult courses here in the Pro Modified class. A long weekend of battling through the rocks here for the Pro Modifieds. Check in with Dave over here. He's got some DNA spilling out a little bit.
I got some toes that are gonna hurt later.
Got some toes smashed. You got some shin damage over here.
The rock moved and I slipped down and it just shinned me and I'm like, oh shit. So I turned around and I planted my foot and it slipped at the same time. He pushed that rock up on top of my foot. And I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I was hollering at him to stop.
could have been way worse. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nothing that a Mexican Motrin won't solve.
All right, so what I'm hearing, just overhearing from Braxton, sounds like no pro mod shootout is what I'm hearing. So Braxton should have a pretty commanding lead in the pro modifieds. Got that locked in. Gonna take a victory lap here on the Tire Right A2 course.
Count backwards, so I'll just do it the other way.
All right, Braxton Coleman to the racing. Push the
Second, the timer's not working
at all.
at all. Just went 1 second. It wouldn't reset to 10. Feels good. Just did that.
All right, Braxton's got the front two tires through on gate number 1 for Braxton. Right rear tire through. Progression has been gained. Headed to gate number 2. So far looking good for Braxton back here on gate number 2. Nice and easy up through that gate. As I fall down. And just a quick reminder to the teams, if you have people that are taking pictures or video for you, you need to have on a safety vest and a red wristband to be on course. So just a quick reminder to all teams and media, if you are on course, you need to have a safety vest and a red wristband. All right, Braxton looking really good. Able to make the turn across the top. Should be able to hook that rock that was giving Christian fits with the left rear tire. Allow it to pivot around. Oh, it pops up on top. using that 50-degree steering out of the Spider Trax front axle in this old school Pro modified car. Originally built by Twisted Customs, Jason Pauley up in Rapid City, South Dakota. Converted over to run, and I believe it was even before Ultra 4 racing was invented. It was the King of the Hammers, and then converted back into a Pro modified rock crawler. Still keeping the 600 horsepower V8. Braxton's feathering the rear cutting brakes. Pulling hard, let off the brakes, and down to the bottom. Disengage that transfer case, spin the front end around in front only as he works over to the blue line over here. See if they're gonna try and get this clean and pick up 10 extra bonus points to add to their score.
Okay.
Braxton ever so close, just sneaking the top of the tire underneath the top of the cone. He's got the front tires through clean. Will he be able to get the rear tires? If he can hook that right front over on the back side. Nope, it's gonna pivot around. They're gonna end up taking the cone anyways. But a great effort there by Braxton to try and pick up an extra 10 points. Right rear tire starts to come up off the ground, goes to the throttle, saves it, keeps it once again back to the throttle to try and keep all 4 tires on the ground. Braxton working his way across these boulder fields in Baghdad here. They are his nemesis for sure. He has taken many rolls in these little boulder fields like this, but able to keep it rubber side down as he heads over towards gate number 4. teams, make sure you're getting your scorecards turned in to the We Rock trailer. Get those scores tallied up, and Braxton shuts off time here on the Tire Right A2 course. A great run, a couple of great saves there as that car was trying to turn itself turtle. All right, Crystal Hansen out of St. George, Utah. Isaac Overwright out of Farmington, New Mexico. Another one of these V8 Pro modified cars with a lot of power under the hood. On top of the cone right there. All right, Crystal's got both front tires through, one right rear, headed up to gate number 2 here on the Tire Right Rock. For all your inflation and deflation needs, make sure you check out tire-right.com. If you want to check the nitrogen pressure in your shock, you want to check tire pressure, or say you're running water in your tires, no big deal. You can also zero that tire pressure gauge for different elevations or barometric pressures, so you always have an accurate readout no matter where you are in the United States. Check out tire-right.com for the latest in air compressors, deflators, and gauges. Also the work hose, if you're looking for a lightweight air hose or water hose, make sure you check them out for that as well. Great for RVing. Crystal losing the panel on the passenger side, trying to find something to grab a hold of to pull this car to the top. Went to a front dig trying to pull away just a little bit. Fuel pump screaming away in the back of this car. The driver's side, not exactly a comfortable place to be, but pushing that car the rest of the way up. Side panel on the passenger side just barely hanging on over here after smashing into that rock. Looks like she's got a good purple zip tie holding that panel on there right now.
I got $5 says the panel's gonna be on at the end.
Dave's taking wagers as to whether that panel is going to be on at the end here, so keep an eye on that. Oh, Dave just lost out on $5 over there. Must have had a deal going with, I must have paid Isaac more money. All right, Crystal getting situated to make the drop here for gate number 3 on the Tire Right course. bellied out on a big rock up here in the notch. It has been a beautiful weekend here in Baghdad. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Working on our last Pro Modified of the weekend. Crystal Hansen from St. George. Showing off those beautiful Raceline wheels. Milestar tires. She wants to thank JM Rigging as well for helping her out with all the purple shackles and winch lines to match her theme. All right, Crystal turned all the way to the driver's side with the front, kind of dragging those front tires down as they start to try and work their way through gate number 3. Will they have enough to get away from that right-hand side cone? Sawyer Brassanini keeping a close eye on it for us. A rough weekend for him with the Moonshine LaserNet sponsored rig. All right, they will take the cone on the passenger side there, straighten the car back up as he makes the drop. This is a very interesting rock back here. It almost looks like petrified wood chips. Lots of mica back in here. Very, very cool. And a great job by Crystal making the big drop down to the bottom safely. Using those custom 9-inch differentials from Spider Tracks Off-Road to kind of push over these loose boulders down here at the bottom. Gate number 4 here, allowing these sticky compound 42-inch tall Milestar tires to grab a hold of this Baghdad rock. Isaac doing a great job leading her around out front. Crystal Hansen finishing things off with a great course here for her first weekend of the Pro Modified class 2026, presented by Maxxis Tires. Round one brought to you by Flying High Off-Road for any of your off-road accessory needs, or to schedule an appointment to get work done on your vehicle. Stop by the Flying High booth. Thanks to those guys, as always, Arizona's oldest off-road drive shop. All right, we are going to start to transition over and prepare for the shootout. We've got some action still going on all the way up on A4 as the Unlimiteds are wrapping up. We'll be transitioning into the shootout here very shortly. Those of you that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell. We'll be right back with you online. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's working still. Nice job. Nicely driven.
Where's the shootout? Up there?
Yep. All right, shootout's gonna be this side of C4 all the way down onto the Raceline Rock. Here, you want to send this to commercial and turn it off?
We've chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. And we're still just getting started. From hammering at hammers to Baja bangers. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're bombing through the desert or just dodging potholes in rush hour, tread victoriously with Maxxis Tires, built for whatever you're chasing.
We are here at the We Rock rock crawling competition. Non-stop 4x4 action here. If you guys have never been, you need to get out here. My name is Jake Good, and I run We Rock events. It is World Extreme Rock Crawling. It's a championship series that travels the entire country, bringing out the best technical off-roaders in the United States. So our goal with our competitions is to bring the rock crawling to the public. The great part is having these young kids out here working with their dads, uncles, moms even, working to create that team and that bond as they battle through these We Rock courses through the weekend. You're gonna smell that rubber. You're gonna hear people yelling back and forth as time runs out. You can smell the fumes coming out of the car, the dust that's being kicked up. It is a full immersive experience.
My Carnage welder is my go-to welder. You want to see how easy it is to get to?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We've got the fastest deployable welder. A Carnage welder is a wire feed welder. It's basically batteries and everything inside of a box. It's quick deployment. Just take out the case, open it up, turn it on, and you're ready to start welding. No pulling batteries or getting cables out. It's literally 30 seconds and you're up and ready to weld.
friendly, awesome penetration on the welds. The first weekend I was out with it, I had to use it, and it's the only reason I was able to complete the second course in my competition.
If you're ranching and farming, you have to have a Carnage welder in your tool bag.
If you're a hunter and you're off the grid, the Carnage welder is going to be a necessary tool.
You break, let's fix it. 10 minutes later, let's get back on the trail and let's try whatever you broke it on again.
I'm able to utilize that in so many different aspects of my life.
I always carry a Carnage welder as a part of my off-road gear.
Pack it wherever you need to, flip a switch, hook up a ground, and start welding. It's that simple.